Hello folks, well the day has come, we're finally doing our first wild camp. So we're kitted up and we've found ourselves a nice little spot which we'll show you a bit more detail later. But shout outs to everyone really who's on YouTube making wild camping videos, because that's been the inspiration for this. So especially to Fell Wanderer and Andy Wardle, all about the views. There's plenty of others as well that we've watched and commented on. So fingers crossed we get the weather for it and we don't freeze our whatsits off, and we're going to have a good night. So, okay. Well, we've got the camp set up now. We've found a lovely spot of woods here. There's nothing untoward. Looks like it's going to come down on our heads, we hope. First little bit of disaster. We went sailing earlier today and I wore my socks under my wetsuit boots and I've only brought one pair of socks. So I need to get a fire going and get my socks dried out, else my plates and meat are going to be freezing. But come and have a little look around what we've got. So this is Archie's setup. He's got a quencher tarp from Decathlon, and then coming in here, camo onesie, blowy up pillow, got a British Army bivvy, and his Bear Grylls 3 season sleeping bag, and a 4 season, sorry, and a Decathlon hammock. So coming over to mine, I've got a DD tarp, DD hammock with the fly net, and I've got the same bivvy set up under there. I've got to sort my tarp out a little bit. That was a bit of an epic fail, wasn't it, on camera, but the ground's really soft for tent pegs, it's just pulling out, so I'm probably going to have to put a bit of paracord on and tie it onto a tree. So we're just going to sort out a fire and get a brew on the go and get some tea. Bit of a trick of a windy fire lighting technique going on here. Folks, we've got the dinner on the go, burgers, grilling away. I'm absolutely starving, to be fair. So we feel it's a bit of a sacrilege not to be having meatballs, as that seems to be the staple food of wild camping. Don't put them over the burgers, man. No, it's a good idea, but I don't want them over my food.
Bushcraft.
You can see there we've just got a little fire pit with the wire grill over. Been absolutely spot on, that's all we need. So I only got some burgers, I'm going to have a little bit of steak in a minute. brought the little camping kettle, my mug, and got a big container of water there, so we'll make sure that it's completely well out in the morning, and then we'll cover it all back over. There's a little stream just over the way where we can get some more water if we need to, so I'll make sure I put my hand in it and it's completely cool and gone out. But it's a really nice little spot. It's absolutely bucket loads of firewood. We could stop here till Christmas and we ain't going to run out of firewood. There's tons, but
literally,
as I say, we're not here to stick a guy fawkes on it. We just want to make a brew and cook a steak. Are you enjoying it? Had a bit of a chew on with getting the tarp sorted, just because the spacing of the trees wasn't inch perfect, but I guess that's just Mother Nature. We'll have a word and see what we can do. I think she needs a tape measure and a spirit level just to make sure that they're just a little bit better and easier for us next time. He's right. It's alright, he'll help us sleep. It's quite warming actually. We weren't really sure what to have for our meal tonight. I weren't really sure how to cook it either. But I think you can't beat an open fire, so I just hope we're not creating too much smoke to cause anybody any problems. I don't think we are, and I think we're far enough away from anybody anyway that it'll just dissolve into the ether. But it's spot on. It's a little bit windy, as you can probably see by the way the smoke's getting carried away. And it's been about 9 or 10 degrees today, I think. So we were out sailing and it was a bit nippy, but the wind's nowhere near as strong as it was earlier today. But I think this is what it's about. Get in the woods, do some wild camping, cook some food.
and
Go on.
you know what else you've got to do in the woods?
Not yet, I don't need one.
No, you've got to do this.
Flipping it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fidget spinners.
They're the best.
Anyway, going back to one of my earlier videos from when I was at Barrowburn, I made some pine needle gin. Now, I've got to say, I don't think it's been a roaring success. I made some pine needle tea.
Got little bits in it.
Shh. I made some pine needle tea with some very young shoots off a tree on up near Simonside, and that was fantastic. It was really, really good. But the second time round, I've tried doing it with a more mature, different type of spruce. I haven't got a clue what type of fir tree it was, and that's what's gone in the gin. So I didn't want to bring loads of beer with us tonight because it's chew on carrying it all. So I thought I'll bring myself a bit of gin so I can have a nip. Just for medicinal purposes to help me get to sleep, you know, as you do. And it's alright, but it just hasn't really picked up the flavour of the
So
pine.
basically, all he's doing is drinking gin.
Yeah, nice one, Sherlock. But I think as soon as the kettle's having a whistle, you want a hot chocolate?
Yep.
We'll have a brew. Whisper hot chocolate.
What?
Whisper hot chocolate.
Yep. Do you want a little mug or a big mug?
I'll have.
Not big.
I'm not bothered. I'll have a little one if you want.
Oh, I want the little one. I don't know why. I just like the little one. Cute.
Where's the rubbish bag? Do you know?
Don't know. But just got to put that.
Yeah, I guess you cut me, Doug. 2-in-1 coffees.
It'll go.
Yeah. Leave no trace. Yeah.
Really bit.
It's alright.
Should I
I
use
wonder where's the sport?
I'm going to use a stick.
So, got a brew on.
Hot chocolate.
And coffee for me.
With
It's too hot, that is.
It is hot though. Woo.
Oi oi.
This is what it's about. Get out and eat some burgers. Cheese.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Got it?
Cheese.
Yeah. Also got a little bit of steak for later. Got the old steak on the go now. Looking forward to this.
I prefer the burgers.
It's got a bit of barbecue marinade on there. So, to be fair, once we've had this, I think we'll have a little walk around the woods. Have a walk down to the water's edge. Hopefully the cloud will clear and we can see some stars tonight, but at the minute it's not looking the cleverest.
Oh yeah, it is up to. If you look straight up, it is.
It's just cloudy as a cloudy thing that's cloudy to me, that is.
Not.
Oh, maybe not. Bit of blue sky there, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'll take it back. Well, that's us. We've had our evening meal. We're now going to head down just to the edge of the woodland and just see what the views are like. It's all about the views, you know. All about the views. So this is Derwent Reservoir, and it's quite blustery. There's a fair bit of wind, and it's a shame. I was hoping it was just going to be dead still, but it could be worse. It could be raining. The actual the dam itself is right up the far end, right the way along there. The water level's quite low at the minute. It's not as low as it has been, but for this time of year it's quite low. We're doing with a bit more rain in there, especially with my steering skills getting running aground. Anyway, I'm getting a bit nippy. I'm gonna head back to camp, I think. This is like balsa, as rotten as a pear. It doesn't half burn well, without too much smoke anyway. The old socks are nearly dry. Oh, heck, I've melted it. Bit of luck, they'll be dry for bedtime anyway. I'll be glad of them.
I got me thick socks on.
Who are you thick head? Oh, we're just chilling out. He's got his old L Bushcrafty bench. I've got the L Bushcrafty floor, leaning on a log. The old Jeremiah's going, the kettle's on again for a second brew, and the sock situation's looking much better. They're nearly dry. So, haven't seen much in the wildlife yet.
We're seeing a crow.
A what?
We're seeing a crow and we're right close to a pheasant.
Oh, we saw the pheasant when we were walking in here. It was within
5 meters, if not.
less than that, yeah. Could have chucked a stone and hit it easy, but we didn't. We had loads of burgers and steak. In fact, too much steak to eat. And we've also sussed that if you get this wood that's completely bone dry, then there's loads of dead. I mean, some of it's just been here forever. It looks like it's been pecked by woodpeckers and termites and all sorts. And it burns with very little smoke. Albeit I'm sitting here and it is getting my eyes a little bit, and I feel like a cough. But it's definitely where it's at.
Get out and do a bit of Wildcamp.
Seagull just
you
gone
know
over.
you freeze your balls off. It makes it dizzy just sitting there looking at these trees. Amazing how much they sway about. Like the tops. But how does the bottom of them like sway?
I'm not bothered. I don't really want the top swaying if we're keeping underneath them.
Sliding quite a bit.
It's quite relaxing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good evening, campers. And I'm after a bit of advice off you. If you're into using these army bivvies, is there any tips for getting into one and a sleeping bag and a hammock without needing to be an Olympic gymnast? It probably doesn't help by the fact that I've carrying a bit of timber and that, but Jesus wept. I've just nearly given myself a hernia getting into this. Then I dropped the flipping torch and the my little camera. Do you think I could find the bugger? Turned out it was in my hood. So I'll give it up as a bad job. Got in back in the hammock and then flipping fell out just as I sat on it. So, but that aside, we've had a really really enjoyable evening. Nice meal. Weather's been alright. Just had a chill out, sat around the campfire. Shame there wasn't any stars out, but you can't win them all. And it's not particularly late now, it's probably only 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that, but it's gone dark and we know we're going to end up being up early because we've camped near here before and there's always loads of geese and stuff on the reservoir. I think there's also possibly a pack of foxhounds that live across, and sometimes they bark for England, so we've just had a really enjoyable night, nice chill out, so we just thought, right, we'll hit the sack. Man, that was about 20 minutes ago after I've just been wrestling with everything, so catch you in the morning anyway. Good night. Morning, campers. Well, that was quite a success last night. It was definitely a game of two halves for me. First, couldn't get comfortable to start with, then nearly fell out of the hammock. But once I just lying on the diagonal, got myself comfortable, it was first class. So, how's it going over there? Yeah. So, I think I should have had a bit more gin. Could have had a bit more gin. Might have knocked myself out a little bit better. But, you stopping in bed? It's about 7:30. So the dawn chorus went on all flipping night. I don't know what type of bird. Oh, it didn't, man. There was flipping birds. Oh, they were flying over, cheeping and chirping as they were flying over. So yeah, got the setup sorted anyway. Got a bit of a daft fold in my tarp there, but fortunately it didn't rain and it did the job, just so that we could get both tarps next side by side. And fire pit's about gone. Sort that out later and leave no trace. I'm going to get a buddy block on the go, get a brew on, wake up properly, then we'll have to ship out. Catch you later. I'm not going to light another fire this morning. I don't want to create too much smoke and attract any attention. So I've got the old faithful tin can stove out. might have to treat myself to a new tin of pineapple chunks, because it is starting to look a bit worse for wear. And the old Aldi Bisto gravy buddy box. I like the bugger. Sock situation's improved vastly as well. They're dry and they're on, and my feet are warm. Got a little bit of a reposition. We can sit in the hammocks and wait for it to brew up. Sod's law, when we set up yesterday, the wind was blowing this way. So set the tarps up like this. Mine goes right down to the floor. I thought that'll act as a nice windbreak for us both. By the time we pitched it, got set up, and then we were starving. The bloody wind's going that way. It continues to go that way now. So here we are. I'm ready for a coffee, like. Brew little kettle, brew little kettle. I was having to think about who we should do a shout out to in terms of our inspiration for coming out and doing a wild camp. And I think the first wild camper that I found on YouTube was Mark Thompson, and enjoyed all your videos, Mark, and you know that we've been up to Barraburn and had a look at the camping barn there. And then Fell Wanderer is a firm favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So but there's been loads of others as well. That kind of just triggered the interest to start looking at loads of videos and getting ourselves kitted up and ready to go. And we weren't going to go while it was snowing, bitterly cold. I think last night it could drop down to about 6 degrees, and I don't think I would have wanted it to be any colder than that, really.
I wasn't cold, I was red hot.
Yeah.
But that's why you've got all the kit on, so you can take layers off and not have to struggle to get warm again.
I was cold just on that part of my face. I even put my hood up like this. And it was just that part of my face there, and my whole body that was cold.
Wow.
So next time, I'm going to just bring a sticking plaster, or I'll have to bring my balaclava, put that on.
I got mine.
Have you? Pheasant didn't get up too early, thankfully, because that's the noisiest one out of the bunch.
He was, you know when you woke me up to check if I was warm? He was walking a bit then, and I was like, oh my god.
Because there's a bit of depot. It's a great spot though for having a wild camp. This is loads of trees, loads of dead wood. I mean, tons of dead wood. You know, you can have as much as you want and not no need to cut anything. I filled the fire pit in already. Can't even tell we've been here.
Leave no trace.
How was your camouflage onesie?
Oh, it's brilliant. Lovely and cozy.
That's maybe where I was going wrong. I need a camouflage onesie.
Yeah, I can't remember what. Oh.
With the brew. Now we've got the bacon sandwiches on the go. That's the first one.
Top dog.
Get these down now next time we're going to pack up. Get away. Right folks, that's all us packed up, ready to go. Left no trace, had a proper clear up, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope it's just the first of many more to come. So thanks for watching, and appreciate any feedback, tips, comments, agility skills on how to get in and out of hammocks and sleeping bags. And we'll catch you next time.
I just think it's just him that can't get into them.
You're half my size, man, with the same size stuff. So that's where we had our two tarps set up, just between the trees there. As you can see, we've had a proper clear up, left no trace. And then this is where we were sitting over here.
The lounge.
The lounge area, yeah. With the and that's where we had our fire pit. As you can see, done a proper tidying up job there. You'd never know there was anything there.
Well, apart from the logs, but
yeah.
no.
I think we could make a good job as murderers. You'd never find the body after we've finished. So nothing else to do but head home.